All right, back we go. Another video. Wednesday, January. What is it? 20th. All right, let's get a best. Let's start off with best on this round of stocks. All right, best incorporated 244 million float. It's higher float. Market cap 543 million. A lot of cash. 606 million. Revenue billions. You can see there. Insiders own 53%. Institutions 23%. Has 1.47 million debt. The value, enterprise value, 1.6 million. What do? Their company engages in smart supply chain services. So they have supply and change management, express delivery, freight delivery. It's founded by Shi Ning Chao, May 2007, headquarters in Hazou, China. China play. You got to be careful of that because you don't get really financial information. It's necessarily correct. All right, income minus 207 million, 5.15 billion sales. Any news on this? No news in December, not in January. Let's take a look at the monthly. 2017, this came about. This went to 13. You see a double top and crash down, and we have a wedge formed. Interesting formation. Again, the wedge. Look in the weekly. Anytime we've been down here, we have gone up. Yes, depends how, not that much. Not a huge move, but looks like they're accumulating volume here. Accumulating shares, maybe too, not volume, but accumulation of people might be buying down here. Anticipate a big move up because you have 13 double top crash 2019 straight down. Look at that. We went back and forth for over a year to that 6+ level. You can see on the weekly right here, or this is the daily, excuse me. So we've had spikes. Look at this, October, November. They wanted to push it up, but it wasn't time for this to break again. Then we're here at this 2 line, and we came up again, but this didn't hold. So the 2 lines, your support. You want this to break, and my target would be probably this 350 line. Let's see right here, 350. Put it right here because that's where this big spike and that's big spike. So anywhere in here and break this trend line. So yeah, the spikes tell you they want to push it up, but it's just not the time. You have big volume coming in down here, so something is up. No news in this at all. So be aware. Uh, no information yet, but it could pop. Could be one that pops. All right, on we go. POAI. Predictive oncology, 15 million float, 31 million market cap, 12% insider zone. Institutions 6.9%. Debt 7 million. What do they do? Engage in application of artificial intelligence, medicine business, clear streamway system, direct to drain medical fluid disposal. What else do they say here? Companies founded by Lawrence W. Gadball, Peter L. Marowitz, Jeffrey K. Droege, April 23rd, 2002. Headquartered in Eagan, Minnesota. You have buys, 1.62 million insider buys, no sells. That's good. All right, let's check on FinViz. They have a float 16 million, minus 28 million income, sales 1.3 million. Announced 2.2 million registered direct offering priced at the market. That was 19th. Anything else here? AI driven predictive models serve primarily in the United States or services. All right, the monthly came about in 2015 August, and we shot up, which they have two splits. So good to the weekly. This drop was in 2016 February. Look at it, straight down, and for like 4 years now, this has done nothing. So if we go back further down, excuse me, you have a big wedge here. Look at this wedge. from 2017 all the way down, all the way down. Now we broke out of the wedge, but on this, see when you break out of the wedge, we went up, but not that much. This went 150 to 2, but it didn't keep going. So it wasn't the time. Sometimes you break out of the wedge and you're anticipating a big move. Look at that. Then you're like, oh, this is going to kill. It's going to be a huge spike. It never did. And then it went to 150 and we went down further. And here we are now. This one is low 60 cents. And that 2 line's huge. You can see 1, almost 2, 3 clusters here. And then look at this round U shape. Here we go. Back from being nowhere in the grave, dead. And then we're rising up, rising from the ashes. So you had 13 above the 20 EMA. Look at these spikes back and forth. They just keep grinding. You want this one level to hold, and you want this to test that 2. Let it test that 2, maybe break, and then eventually like hold that 2 as a good base. So this has room to run here. It's been coming down and flat for a while. Big volume coming in. Look at the volume here. You just don't want it to fade back. A lot of these stocks and fade back to their they're low on these runs. The ultimate where they sort of sideways out before they ran. But this has good potential too, like a lot of these stocks right now. All right, U1. Urban One, 3.86 million float. Shorts growth down 54%. Market cap 291 million. 1.2 billion assets. Insiders own 52%. It's really good. 9% institutions. Current debt 925 million. Enterprise value is 909 million. They're a multimedia company, engages radio broadcasting, operates that targets African American and urban listeners. Operates through segments, radio broadcasting, reach media, digital, cable television. So it consists of Tom Joyner Morning Show, cable television, TV's one operation. Okay. Company is founded by Catherine L. Hughes, 1980, headquartered in Silver Spring, Maryland. So this is when the riots, this stock, let me see, 7 million sells insiders. That's not good. Buys 778,000. See, this stock really rocketed on the riot, if we remember that back in June. Seems like yesterday, time's flying. Let me just look at FinBiz. What do I got here? Sales 368 million dollars less income or float. Top 20 biggest black-owned companies. That's FinBiz. Nothing else is here. Owns operates 60 broadcast stations, 15 urban markets. All right. So what I was saying before, when this happened, look at this June move. This was when the riots happened in almost every city. Uprisal in the cities. The George Floyd, he was killed. People went to the streets, and a lot of these black-owned businesses, they were saying, I believe the government, I'm not exactly sure they were going to give money back or like put money into helping, these institutions of business. So this was huge, and look at that spike. So go to the monthly here. This is back in 1999. Had a reverse split, 30. Then this came crashing down to pretty much, what's the low here? Like 30 cents. In the weekly, you can see better. So this ran from 09. This really fell, between 5 and 30 cents. It did nothing. It was just flat. And then the news broke. Look at this. Nothing, nothing. There you go. This thing shot up all the way to a high of 54. 54. Then we came all the way back down to, let me see here. Let's find some levels. What's the level right here? This is at like 340, 340-ish. Go right down here. Say this spike, and then we went down 50, 40, low this. And then we finally found support. And it looks like right here, not the 10 level, just below now we have, it formed this big candle. See that open candle? This open candle was at one high of 887, but it didn't do nothing after that. That was so strange. Like it was one move, and there we go. But now we're holding a little bit of higher basis 6. So yeah, you want this 6 to hold. See right here, 6. If that 6 holds, then we can challenge this right above this again. Get this down here. Let me see. What line is that at? So it's just near 9. We'll call it just near 9. And right here, that's like the 364 level. See, we're back and forth. It didn't go below there September, October. So you want this to break that 9 and eventually come up. Yeah, they're showing volume spikes, but it's like, what is it doing? Did that, and that was it. You want it to hold here, else it's going to go back to that level again. So it's in a channel, which is good. You know, we did break out and it came all the way back, but not to the low. I mean, it came close, but this has potential too. But this is more of a spike. This looks like it puts in major news spikes. So, yeah, that could be a big day trade if you see it when the news comes out. All right, ITRM, Ethereum Therapeutics. All right. Ethereum Therapeutics, 42 million float, market cap 100 million, 13% insiders, 22% institutions, 47 million debt, enterprise value 65 million. Pharmaceutical company which engages in development of commercialization of sulopenem, potentially the first and only oral intravenous branded penem available. I'm not sure what that is. Company was founded by Corey N. Fishman, June 24th, 2015, is headquartered in Dublin, Ireland. 1.59 million cells insiders. This is a really crazy stock, too. But you see this chart. Minus 64 million income, no sales listed here, 42 million float. You're going to be part of the Wainwright BioConnect conference. I don't see nothing January 6th. Before that, there's nothing going on here. Developing anti-infectives for multi-drug resistance pathogens, Ireland, the United States. Has a phase 3 clinical trial for treatment of uncomplicated urinary tract infections, abdominal infections. All right, so let's look at this. This is a really wild chart. Yeah, this has the move right here on May 31st, 18. This one is high as 13. Then we bounce, 19 came down. The high is getting lower, the low is getting lower. And where we're at now is, let's look back. So we went here, down. When you get these moves, the high keeps getting lower and the low keeps getting lower. So 2020 had many spikes here. And then we just fell off the floor right here in May 2020. Big gap down. Found support. Look, 50-cent line, common line in penny stocks. Look at this, the bull move again, the U move. Here we go, back from the grave or dead. People gave up. This was an early move. It didn't happen. It was too early then. You have to have your 13 wrap. Let it wrap. And there it is. And then look at this move here. Big volume today, 102 million. We're into the gap now over this 2 line. It's going to be huge. I think we can get to 455, these spikes. And your 50 cents is your line here. Let me draw it here. So 50-cent lines right here. Trying to connect it here, 50-50. All right. Then your next line up here looks like 450-ish. Or just above, right here, that big wick there, which is in between like 475. But look at these moves. That's how you can pick up these moves. You look at penny stocks and see the spike here went up. It was too soon. Then it gapped down. And then your 50 cents, it's a great buy down here. If these companies aren't going bankrupt, you might have to sit on a few weeks or a few months. These are more long-term swings, and you can day trade them too. But look at this, the U. Big spike here, big volume. That's telling you something. They want to push it up, but it was too early. That's all that meant. And then look at this here, over $1, and today we just ripped. And it's ripping pretty much, all day. Then after hours, it's still going. It's very impressive. We're at 2 right here. So I want to break this 2 line right here at the bottom of that gap. We tried before, and then you have, like I said, this 475 line. Look at a spike. 1, 2, like 3 big clusters. This has big potential to get up there. So longer term, I think we can get to 475. Immediate term, anywhere over 2 now to 3 plus on this. So big move on this. Look at the volume spikes. They're all up. All right, that's it for this round of stocks. Please subscribe to Mike Kim and Trades on YouTube. Hit the like button. And also hit Mike Kim and Trades on stocktwits.com. Instagram, MikeFrank98. TikTok, MikeFrank III. Twitter, MikeFrank007. Trade Ideas is a link on my YouTube. You can hit it. That's right. Find all these stocks. It's a great product. All right. Till the next one, we're out for now. Peace.